Floated delivery. It may fall kindly for Gabby Pereira. A gorgeous finish. But it will not count.
New York City can't believe it. Everybody pleading their case.
Welcome, everybody, to Instant Replay. I am your captain, David Goss. Please keep all hands and feet inside the moving vehicle, and let's get refereeing. We start with a very active night between NYCFC and FC Cincinnati. After a neat passing sequence, this ball's floated in from the left, headed on by the defender at the near post, and then hammered in by Gabby Pereira. But wait, the whistle is blown right as Pereira was shooting. Armando Villarreal calls a foul for the push by Gabe Siegel into Jerson Mascara. For me, this contact is not enough for a foul. It's almost incidental, and the goal should have stood. Let's go to our next call in New York, and yes, it was a long one for Armando Villarreal. As players from both teams come together debating a call, Brian Coufray steps towards Jerson Mascara, and he leans forward. Mascara goes down to the ground. Villarreal gives a yellow card here, and I agree. It's unsporting behavior from Coufray, but not violent conduct, so it falls short of a red card. Final play from Citi Field, I promise. This ball's floated in by Junior Moreno, and it's that man again, Jerson Mascara, involved. He battles for the initial header that gets flicked on, and then while chasing the ball down to the end line, Tony Alfaro swings at the ball, but he gets all of Mascara's leg. As you can see here from the side angle, Alfaro has no idea Mascara is coming, but it doesn't matter. He gets all of the player's leg and none of the ball. After review, the correct call was given and Brandon Vasquez was headed to the spot. Now we head down to Florida for a unique one between New York Red Bulls and Inter Miami. In the early moments, this ball is lofted in towards Nicholas Stefanelli. As he turns to chase the bouncing ball, Kyle Duncan clearly pulls him back by his shorts. Impossible to see in real time, but this is why VAR exists. The review is recommended and the penalty fairly awarded. RSL versus LA Galaxy, and late in the first half off this corner kick service, a number of LA Galaxy players are clamoring for a handball to be called in the box. After the chaos of the play finishes, we can see from the angle all the way down in the corner that off the initial cross, the ball hit Damir Kreilach's arm, and in the end, the correct call, a penalty kick, is given. Let's take a look at proceedings in Austin, Texas, and this is our first of two plays to check out. Minnesota looking for an equalizer, and they get one, as Joseph Rosales easily finishes off this breakaway. But the question is at the start of this play, is Mender Garcia in an offside position? This is the best angle we have, and there's no clear and obvious proof that Garcia is offside. The question is Nick Lima, the defender in the center of the field, holding Garcia on? As you see from this replay, Lima is already behind the midfield line, chasing, and he does keep Garcia on. The correct call is given, and the goal is allowed to stand. Fotis Bazakis would have another big call to make in the second half. Minnesota again chasing an equalizer, and as this throw-in is headed out, we get a volley from DJ Taylor that's deflected off two defenders, laid into the path of Hassani Dotson. Dotson looks to be in an offside position, but the goal is given. Then the VAR states there's a clear and obvious error upon the check, and the call is overturned. I believe this goal should stand though, because Nick Lima makes a purposeful attempt to play the ball. You can see Lima recognize the shot coming and move his left foot into the path of the shot to block it. That deliberate action nullifies Dotson being in an offside position, even though it still hits off Julio Cascante. Montreal battling away at DC, both figuratively and, as you see here, literally. Zachary Broguillard gets by Lewis O'Brien and is racing up the field when O'Brien steps on the back of his Achilles with his studs into his leg, with no attempt on the ball, and endangers Broguillard. This, in my opinion, should always be a red card for serious foul play. Next up in Columbus, as Jonathan Lewis is breaking away on goal, Philip Quinton comes over and shoulders the attacker off the ball. Colorado makes a claim for a dog-so call against Quinton, but in my opinion, even with the massive height difference, this is still quote-unquote a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge and therefore legal. I agree with Tori Penso. No foul here. The correct call was made, and play was allowed to continue. The Houston Dynamo trying to chase the Vancouver Whitecaps late on, and as Matias Laborda kicks this ball away to waste time, Nelson Quinones, in his frustration, slaps Laborda in the back of the head. An obvious and simple red card in this one. Happy refereeing, everyone, and in the famous words of Simon Borg, see you next time.